there is definitely a friction between user experience and cybersecurity. So why is it cybersecurity companies or cybersecurity leaders don't take UX into consideration? It's the nature of the beast, right? When you're dealing with risk, when you're dealing with emergency responses, you don't have the luxury of taking UX into consideration. However, the premises of cybersecurity is being changing quite a bit. What used to be a norm was reactive. That's not the case anymore. Today, security is becoming more proactive. Security is going more towards resilience, which means now security technologists have to make sure UX, user experience, is taken into consideration because this is becoming a part of our life. And in the challenge in cyber, what happens is when people start bypassing your controls and your tools, they're going to create unintended consequences and risks for the business that will be very, very disruptive. So, first, you want to limit the user interaction and user involvement with cybersecurity tools. Don't ask the user, do you want to update? Versus in the background, go ahead, update that, right? Security should be inbuilt within our daily workflows. Your automation should be a part of how we deploy tools, how do we run these tools, how do we manage these tools with very minimal human intervention. Anytime when you see human in the loop, that creates that friction. And today's tools are actually taking that into consideration as well. While a human is in the decision process, you don't need humans to be the task masters. And that's really where, when you look at Gen AI, when you look at any AI, and when you look at the modern automation tools, that's the number one thing they're trying to solve for: limiting human triage, limiting human interaction, limiting human in the mundane tasks. You want to be in the decision process, but whatever it takes to get to the decision process can be automated and can be run in the background rather than humans actually doing all that work. So what that does is adoption goes up. Now, when companies come in and if they want to limit the use of Gen AI, mark my words, users will go around those limitations. You don't want to say no. What do you want to do here? Start with the very basic premises, educate them. Now, the second piece comes in is what guardrails should we put them in? What feeds Gen AI? It's your data. How do you really make the decisions? It's your workflows. In its simplest form, it's the data that's coming in, it's the system that's being trained by the domain expert. The safeguarding really comes in and how do I secure this data? So you got to take care of your data. Then the workflows. How is the data transiting? If actions are made, how do we do those workflows? How actions are being made? If we can put together a very straight approach of protecting the data, ensuring the workflows are not compromised, at the same time, securing the human becomes a very important thing. The security has to go beyond your perimeter, which used to be the case prior to hybrid work. Now, the challenge is it has to go to the edge. I mean, security is a team sport. I mean, it's not individuals doing it, and it's becoming a fact of life. It's not just a boardroom discussion. It's not a technical discussion. It is not a financial discussion. So security has to be a collective mindset, individuals doing it, and it's a collective responsibility. So it's a big paradigm shift. It's an evolving theme, and companies are doing very well in extending browser-based security, in extending identity security, in extending device security, and also looking at anomaly detections at scale. And it's important that CISOs take into consideration employee experience on how they use the systems, how they interact with the systems, and to make sure that your users, if they don't have a good experience, they will not adopt security. You don't want that. And that's what you want to avoid. And that's why it's so important for CISOs to be part of giving a stellar experience in whatever form and shape when they're deploying cybersecurity.